Hello everyone, it's Mariners Fanatic back with another YouTube video, and in today's video we'll be doing the 2021 Seattle Mariners team build. Been wanting to do this video for a while, but it takes me a minute to put it together. Jumping into the lineups, we got Kelenic in left, Lewis in center, Haniger in right, France at first base, Dylan Moore at second, Crawford at short, Seager at third, and Murphy behind the plate. On the bench, we've got Trammell, Haggerty, Torrens, Toro, and Fraley. Moving over to the rotations, we've got Paxton, and then we've got Logan Gilbert, Yusei Kikuchi, Marco Gonzalez, and Tyler Anderson. In the bullpen, we've got Misevich, Sadler, Steckenrider, Castillo, Doolittle, Munoz, Graveman, and Seawald. All of these bullpen guys at least pitched an inning for the Mariners this season. Giles is not on there because obviously he didn't pitch an inning this year, but we'll see him next season. So that's kind of what the lineup looks like. It's not the most amazing team, but we always try to get a win with this club, even though it's not particularly strong. And here we are hopping into a game. This guy's got a pretty good squad. His record, however, is, it's decent, but he's played a lot of games. I've played a decent amount, but I haven't played as many games as I did last year. So hopping right into this game, I'm just doing a commentary over top of it after the fact. I had to trim this video down quite a bit to get it within time. First batter of the game, Kelenic with a nice swing, line drive over the head of the left fielder that falls in for a leadoff double. I thought maybe I could stretch it to third, but decided, let's not do that in the first at bat of the game. Haniger here, still trying to get used to this guy, how he pitches me, figure out his sequence. I was had the PCI on the ball, but a little bit early, but we get the runner over to third, so we're in good shape with one out. Unfortunately, I strike out with Ty France. It's a good pitch up in the zone there. And then with Seager, I ended up got frozen on that fastball. Not really sure why. It was just a little bit hard to see there with the sun glare. Now, this guy throughout the game, I had pretty good sequences. I'm kind of cutting through stuff, so you don't get to see every pitch, because I wanted to cut this video down so that it's watchable. Because frankly, there wasn't a whole lot of offense in the game. But we get Trey Turner for the first out, and we get Kittel to fly out to left for the second out there. And then here we get Tatis to strike out to end the inning. And that's the first inning down for you. Nothing crazy. And then we get Kyle Lewis here to start off the inning, trying to pick up on what he's doing sequencing while. And we get a nice little line drive there into right field. PCI was on the right spot, and we're on base. Unfortunately, I strike out here with Dylan Moore. That top part of the zone is tough for me to get a grip on sometimes, especially since Ohtani is one of the better pitchers in the game too. Time to the steal up right on that one. Kyle Lewis gets the stolen base, and now we have another runner in scoring position. Unfortunately, there's not really a good J.P. Crawford card. I really wish there was. He had an average to good season, and so there wasn't anything necessarily to write home about for him, so he never really got a better card this year, unfortunately. And then we strike out with Tom Murphy there to end the top of the second. Mike Trout up to the plate here. We're going to get him swinging on that inside fastball. Probably one of the better pitches in the game is to jam that fastball up and in, unless somebody's absolutely sitting on it. Got a little bit lucky, hung the slider there a little bit. Haniger's able to run that down. and strike out Chipper Jones to end that inning. Logan Gilbert up to the plate. If that pitch was to one of my, normal hitters in the lineup, I think I might have hit a home run on that. PCI was a little over top of it, but I was really eager on that swing. We've got Kelenic up again, and he gets another base hit. I won't spoil the rest of the game so far, but Kelenic had a very good game. I really like his card. Unfortunately, Haniger strikes out there, so we've got 2 outs again. Going steal second here. Good steal by Kelenic there. But we will strike out with Ty France again. Moving on to the bottom of the third. This was a dangerous pitch and got hit a long ways, but into the deepest part of the park there for out number 1 in the third. It was really weird, this guy's lineup. Some of the hitters he was, hitting fairly well with, and then some others he had really, really low averages with. So it was kind of hard to pinpoint what type of player this guy was. He was pitching pretty well, but he wasn't hitting all that well for most of the game. Kyle Seager first up here in the 4th inning. And that was the same pitch that froze me back in the 1st inning. I was on time for it, but just didn't quite get my PCI there. Anyways, he makes a throwing error, so we get on base, and I was just a little bit off on that one. That one might have gone for a home run if I was a little bit more on my PCI with that pitch. I swung the bat well with Kyle Lewis and Kelenic. I don't know, some guys in the lineup, some days you just swing better with them than others. Dylan Moore strikes out, and then JP, probably the weakest bat in the lineup, unfortunately, got jammed there on that fastball. I was starting to pick up on his sequencing at that point in the game, but just maybe guessing a little too much, getting caught up in trying to get my PCI to that 100-mile-an-hour fastball. We get Trey Turner again for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Ketel Marte up to the plate. We get him to a 1-2 count. And nice little change up there. Got him swinging for out number 2. Yeah, I don't know how you're batting 170 with Fernando Tatis, but we get him again here in this at-bat, get him to roll over. Hung that pitch a little bit, so got a little bit lucky there. We head to the 5th inning. Tom Murphy is the first man up. I'm starting to get a little closer to timing up the fastball, but PCI suffered a little bit there, a little bit off. I actually had some good swings with Gilbert. That swing, if that was anybody else on the team, is probably a home run. Timed up that slider perfectly. PCI was there, but you're not going to get a home run with Logan Gilbert at the plate, unfortunately. And this was Kelenic up again, and I was late on that one by quite a bit. PCI was off, and it's the top of the 5th. Hung that pitch, got lucky. He didn't get all of it. Another deep fly out. Overall, though, I've definitely faced people with a lot better hitting going on, so I didn't have too much trouble with this lineup, even though he had a lot of great hitters in it. Get Chipper Jones to fly out there to end the 5th, and this game is moving along, heading into the 6th inning. Chased that fastball. I was severely guessing on that one. And then the splitter kept getting me. The PCI was almost there, but I was just way early on it. So I ground out there with Haniger. He keeps going back to that same spot with France. I'm starting to time it up and get my PCI to it, but just still late. Um, Otani's pitch mix is pretty good, and so sometimes it can be hard to time things up. Missed on that slider there. We head into the bottom of the sixth inning. That was a really bad hanger, but he wasn't even close. That was another pitch that probably wasn't very good, but get him to fly out for the first out of the inning. Freddie Freeman up to the plate, and we keep getting him on that inside fastball, get him to pop up. He's getting me with the inside fastball, I'm getting him with it too. Like I said, it's one of the better spots to put a pitch as you're trying to guess locations or whatever, and get him swinging. Otani, we get him to strike out, and then Kyle Lewis swinging through that fastball. I was not expecting a fastball in that sequence, and that was later in that bat. Struck out again. Dylan Moore with the base hit up the middle. Timing was perfect on that almost. Um, Pitch was way out of the zone though, so. But nice little base hit with Demo. Struck out with JP there, unfortunately. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I really wish there was a better JP card that I could use. And then with 2 outs, we got Tom Murphy up to the plate. Dylan Moore steals second to get him into scoring position. Unfortunately, same spot, fastball up and in. Late, can't get my PCI to it, and that ends the seventh. To this point, we had not given up a hit, and he decides to bunt. Almost got him with the bare hand there. That was the first hit of the game. To that point, Gilbert had been throwing a perfect game. Unfortunately, it ends right there. We get Cattell to pop up, and at this point, I'm fully expecting him to steal. So I'm trying to get that ball outside the zone. That ball caught way too much of the plate. I'm very, very lucky he did not hit a home run on that. He was stealing. So we get out number 2. Mike Trout up to the plate. Not another hitter you don't want to face. Almost hung the slider there, and a nice play by JP to get Trout to end the seventh. Things start to get interesting here in the eighth. Jake Fraley, pinch hitting for Gilbert, decided that it was time to take him out of the game. Unfortunately, timing was pretty good. PCI was right there. Just, sometimes the ball just doesn't travel. And Kelnick up again with his third hit of the game. I'm starting to time up that fastball. So we've got a runner on with 1 out here in the top of the eighth. He moves to the bullpen, takes Otani out, puts in Iglesias right away. Haniger with a base hit into right field. And Ty France is up again. France had a rough game. I did not hit well with him all game. This one, he switches it up on me. Fastball down. He'd been mostly going up with the fastball. And my PCI was not on that at all. France, unfortunately, with an 0-4 game. Seager comes up to the plate with a clutch 2-out hit. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm not going to score again. And on this one, I was like, I don't care. I'm sending Kelnick all the way. And he made it to make it a 1-0 game. Still have 2 outs. Kyle Lewis up to the plate here. 0-2 count. The pitch, I'm stealing, and Lewis hits a bomb to left field. And there it is, the rage quit. 3-run homer to get the rage quit and end the game. This was my first attempt. I'm proud to say last year it took me a few tries to get this gameplay. This was my very first game. I haven't played very much ranked games in this season yet, so that's why the record's a little bit low and rating is a little bit low there. Gilbert improves to 5-0. I've actually pitched very well with him in general. There you can see the stats. Gilbert just the 1 hit. And that's going to do it, guys. That is the Seattle Mariners 2021 team build. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm probably going to have another video out doing the all-time Mariners team, so that'll be a fun one to watch as well. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mariners Fanatic, out.